What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy TraderPrad. Welcome back to another episode of After the After Hours, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. The markets are moving around. We got some nice rebound action on the markets to the upside, and boy, was the market bullish today. Boy, was the market strong. Monster moves on the QQQ, monster moves on Nvidia and other positions too, all across the board. CPI came out a little bit hotter, so I thought maybe the market would actually kind of maybe go down, especially from the move that we had, I guess, from Friday going into Monday and so on. But the no monster moves to the upside on the market, and good sentiment, I guess. We're back into that overall. Everything is good no matter what, and we're just gonna keep rallying to the upside. All-time highs coming back into play again for the QQQ. We just have to wait and see. Apple being really resilient. Apple does not want to shed, and a couple of the other large cap Magnificent Seven also had a pretty good day on themselves today. So pretty good moves across the board. Even Bitcoin, sadly, Bitcoin did get under 70K at one point in the day. Not sure where Bitcoin is now. We'll find out, I'm pretty sure, later on in the day. But even Bitcoin gave opportunities to trade. So markets are moving around. Hopefully, you guys all got to take advantage of from that. For tomorrow, I don't really see anything that's gonna get me too excited. Sadly, we're not getting too hyped up for tomorrow. Kind of keeping the expectations in check, because nothing really is even on the watch list. I mean, anything that's on the watch list is usually earnings plays. You guys know how we set up our watch list, and those stocks are most of them are boomer positions now. So the earnings boards are coming to a little bit more closer to the second half or the later half of the earnings board. So not as many stocks for us to take a look at. But however, like I mentioned not too long ago, we do have the Magnificent Seven and the Tech Basket getting ready to make a roar or get destroyed. So either way, we have a lot of positions to kind of chart through, get ready for, see what type of levels can set up for us to trade off of, and if any money can be made. So why don't we dive right into the action? Start off with what is on the watch list for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna bring in my big screen over here. You guys can see all the stocks on the watch list for tomorrow, starting with earnings names, stocks that already announced earnings, stocks that are related to cryptocurrencies. You got your semiconductor positions along with your Magnificent Seven. So pretty simple, pretty small watch list to start off with for tomorrow. But most of them are just earnings that report pre-market. None of the stocks that actually report earnings in after hours excite me too much. We do have Bird, which is a highly shorted high short stock if I remember correctly, but it's also less than $1 or around $1, so not really too interesting for me over there. Woof is another stock that reports tomorrow pre-market. That one's not really interesting for me either, but I'm just gonna point that one out. Funware. We talked about how Funware usually gets active anytime DWAC gets active, but Funware, I saw the move in the after hours. There was almost no move in that position, so it didn't even make it to the watch list for us. So the only stock that made, or two stocks that made it to the watch list over here from the earnings board tomorrow is going to be Dollar Tree and Williams Sonoma, WSM. Besides that, we do have ADM, Oracle, monster move on Oracle to the north side in after hours yesterday, but pretty much gave up some of that move today in the regular trading hours. I'm not sure if they ended up reclaiming some of that move that they gave up, but they did flush to the downside a little bit on Oracle. We'll talk about that more in depth. ARMS, the Nothing Burger event. We talked about how exciting this event would be and how much opportunity should show up to sell the stock to the downside. Yeah, right. Nothing really happened at the end of the day on ARM over here. We were expecting a lot more people looking to sell their position, but nope. ARM getting absolutely bought right back up. We thought that the IPO lockup period would come in to disturb the stock completely like the day it did Rivian on its lockup period, but absolutely shocked that no, people were I guess I shouldn't be shocked. People are just being extremely bullish on the position, and hence it just got bought up in a decent support area. So did Nvidia. I mean, Nvidia had a monster rally to the north side today. If you guys were watching, a big rally. It just did not stop all the way through. Gave you a little bit of an opportunity over here. I do have a line. I'm not sure where the line comes from. Looks like the opening range 5-minute high yesterday came into play as support today, and it managed to rally off of a pretty crazy monster move over here on Nvidia, even going into the close. And I'm pretty sure it might have helped AMD. TSM was having a monster day too. I remember TSM having a pretty good day, up 4% on TSM, also on the watch list without a doubt. Hello from Mongolia, says Lucas. He's a liar. Don't listen to Lucas. He's not Mongolian. We actually know who that guy is, and he is the worst Tarkov player I've known ever. So did Oracle, as predicted. Yeah, Oracle did pull back. I mean, I thought it would actually go higher. But no, Oracle pulled back and pretty much closed into that all-time high of 127.50. In my opinion, that's pretty damn bullish, right? I think that's pretty bullish. We pretty much held the earnings anchored VWAP throughout the day, never really sold below the earnings anchored VWAP. I'm guessing that anchored... Oops, sorry. That's the burp from the Coca-Cola. I'm guessing that anchored VWAP comes into play tomorrow without doubt, and we're going to see some opportunities to go long through the new all-time high, at least the new intraday all-time high, which was made around 12, right around, what's this price? 130, 129.37, let's say 129.37, 129.50. So until the new intraday all-time high gets breached, I think there's no real play over here. But if we do find some buying on Oracle off of this 126, 125 areas, I might be interested in the long over there on ORCL. Very much on the watch list for tomorrow. Got a good long on Costco at the open, but didn't catch all the move. Your job is not to catch all the move, right? Your job is to realize like a portion of the move, as long as it's within your system. Now, everyone would like to, that's the beauty of trading, as my previous manager Greg has once mentioned to me, that in trading you're always wrong. Even when you're making money, you're wrong. Even when you're losing money, I mean, when you're losing money, guaranteed you're losing money because you are wrong. But when you're making money, it's generally you're still wrong in the game, because you could always gotten out at a better spot. You could have always entered at a better spot. You could have always taken more size. So these questions will all just come in and kind of bother people. It's okay to have those thoughts and ask, wondering, be like, oh man, I could have caught it. But the next step immediately after thinking those type of situations is, how can I catch that move? So you might want to build a better system on getting out a little bit of your last piece. If you got out of your last piece before it broke the 20 period EMA or the VWAP, sorry, the 21 period EMA or the VWAP, then kind of, you might want to ask yourself a question there or two, right? As to, like, why don't I hold my last little bit of a piece for an actual proof that I was wrong on this trade, and so on. Today I actually went short on the stock into the $720 area, right into yesterday's high. I actually got short over here, and I got stopped out at $721.50, $722 or so. Got stopped out took a $2 hit, lost on it, walked away. I mean, I made the right decision, because if I kept fighting it, I would have lost a lot more on Costco. I was pretty bearish. I was thinking, Costco was gonna go into $700. I was not expecting the Costco to do what it was doing. I mean, we did read the report in front of you guys. We do know the report wasn't that bad. Actually was pretty good, but their guidance was, a little bit of a miss on the guidance. And Costco obviously not going to go bankrupt. They're not going to go broke. A lot of people actually shop at Costco across the world, at least in North America, as much as I know. So Costco, it was bound to get bought up after the first day of the earnings move and the second day of the earnings move. That was the first day of the earnings move right there. Big sell-off in the after hours, even bigger continuation on the first day of the intraday move. Second day, a little bit of a hold. Third day, a pop right back, right back into the earnings day high over there. So watching what happens on Costco. beautiful long on this dieter. But I would say, instead of wondering, damn it, I could have caught that move. Obviously, those type of that thinking is what you need to be able to go ahead and be like, okay, take the next step, which is, okay, how do I actually catch that next move, right? So you want to maybe include some sort of a different system. Maybe you want to draw a trend line. That trend line breaks, and then you can draw a second trend line and a third trend line. Once 3 trends break or 2 trends break, then you kind of walk away from it. You can also include the 9 EMA and the 21 EMA. Then you can also you can kind of see if VWAP can be held, because if the stock is clearly holding VWAP, if you look at what Oracle did today, it just held VWAP the whole day. So if the stock is clearly holding VWAP throughout the day, sorry, not VWAP, not Oracle, ON. So ON after flushing and pulling back up, it holds VWAP throughout the day multiple times and gives you a beautiful long. So when you're seeing a stock hold VWAP throughout the day, it means that there is some sort of a program buyer continuously buying. They're painting the stock this way, and when the stock flushes into a VWAP area like that, their program possibly bought more shares than it has been buying throughout the day. So hence you're seeing that big volume candle. Hence you're seeing that big spike in share price also. So that's more of a reason why you want to at least wait till VWAP gets tested for your last few share prices, as long as your entry is not like all the way here or somewhere over here or something. If your entry is really bad, then kind of stick with your original entry and exit. But if your entry allows you to hold it to VWAP or at least a better system, you want to create a better system for yourself. Costco, monster move. Looking to see how Costco sets up going into the next few days. Very, very interested to see how that stock will help us make some money. Man, my throat is killing me. What the hell? Shouldn't be drinking that pop. Okay, so did Oracle as predicted. I read that already. Got a good long. Read that one. Angry Buddha in the house. Everyone say what's up, Angry Buddha. Recently got back into trading and have had great success swing trading stocks with upcoming big news. Catalyst, Rivian, Smith & Wesson, NVO, Ozempic, weight loss drug, etc. I think I might have found another PRGO. Prego? They are about to launch the first over-the-counter birth control pill, the O pill. Will be available to people without prescription starting in mid-March. I do not fully understand how the properly analysis of a stock when it comes to PE ratios, EPS, returns on equity. Any chance you can look into the stock and give me your opinion? Well, here's where all these things come into play, Lucas, in terms of EPS, PE ratio, and all that. Those are great things to take a look at. Actually, PE ratio is probably the only thing you really need to take a look at. EPS and earnings and all that is going and looking at the financials, taking a look at the earnings report. That's also great. PRGO is a ticker you're talking about. Their forward EPO is actually pretty good, but they don't make money at the moment. They do not have a PE ratio because they don't have a positive earnings to begin with. They're losing money every single quarter, but their forward PE, which is what the stock is expected to grow into and get to eventually, is actually expecting a positive PE and a pretty decent PE too, about 9.4, which means the stock is expected to do pretty good going forward. PRGO, but coming back to all those things that you were talking about, EPS return and all those financial things, those are great to take a look at to help create a bias for you, especially if you want to hold a position for a longer period of time. If you want to invest in a company, if you want to buy a company that you think is undervalued and is going to go 20, 50, 100, 500% over the next year or whatever, you actually want to invest in the company somewhat, then obviously those things are something you want to take a look at. You want to go take a deeper look at their financials, see if they're actually promising, if the CEO is actually promising what he is or delivering what he is promising, right? If he's actually delivering what he's promising quarter to quarter, or maybe he's just hyping up in one of the conference calls, and the next conference call he's like, okay, we actually didn't keep up to that part yet, we're gonna come back to the next part. Are they dilly-dallying or are they backpedaling and so on? So you kind of want to do all that research too. That's all going into investing in it. But for you, I think it looks like you're kind of just swing trading the news and just kind of swing trading the catalyst, which is in that part you kind of don't really care about EPS, you kind of don't really care about PE and stuff, because you're just simply trading the news catalyst or the earnings catalyst. For Smith and Wesson, I remember you were trading the earnings catalyst for it, so that's kind of the earnings. You just YOLO'd the earnings. You bought calls before the stock actually reported earnings, if I remember correctly. So that's kind of like a YOLO gamble, which works sometimes, doesn't work sometimes. The times that it doesn't work, if it hurts you, if you can keep the damage to way less of a damage than the times that it does work and it pays you big time, then that's all that matters, right? That's a viable setup on its own. As for the news, there is a thing called buy the rumor, sell the news. Now, I don't know when this news came out for the stock that what was the news? The birth control pill. We don't know when the news came out, but I'm guessing that, ever since this earnings catalyst came into this position, we gapped down, big volume spike, but it recovered all of that, move back up. Some buyer is sitting in these areas, not letting the stock go down. That's a big reversal and a gap closed back to the upside in terms of the technical scale. It'll be interesting to see how the stock trades back into this range. Is the seller in this area still there? The seller who sold off of earnings. Sorry, let me get my Coca-Cola burps out. If the seller in this area is still there, or is he now walking away from the selling because he's seeing that there's a big buyer here and the buyer is very active and they were aggressive enough to push the stock up higher every single day? Also, in terms of the O pill, you might need to do a little bit more research in that pill in itself. Maybe how important is the birth control pill? I mean, I don't really know. I don't have sex, so I can't really tell you, right? I'm all jokes aside over there. I don't know if that one's like on the same scale of Ozempic, right? I think you're trying to replicate the Ozempic type of play. If it works, I mean, obviously you can tell me I'm wrong at it, but these drug trades, as biotech trades, are scary, man. I try to stay away from them. When it comes to technology and AI, it's kind of more easier for me. And you being a gamer, you should probably keep a track on companies like Roblox, Unity, Escape from Tarkov used to be coded on there. So Unity, its ticker is U. Roblox ticker is RBLX, something that possibly that you could keep an eye on too. But these biotech stocks, these drug stocks and so on, they are great if you can scalp your way into it and just get the hell out of it. If you're looking to invest and turn it into a big dream, then you want to do a lot more research on these stocks, on their drugs, how they're going, and all that other stuff, which I just feel like is a lot of work. But if you're just trying to intraday trade or trying to swing trade going into that news catalyst, if you feel like that's a good enough of a news, then I think you want to see the stock at the very least. This is the 1-day chart. This is going back pretty back in history over here. We don't need to go that all the way back. Let's kind of zoom in. If you think that news catalyst is good, you basically, in my opinion, at least want to see the stock reclaim. You want to see the stock at least reclaim this range. If the stock can reclaim this purple box range that we just drew out, then I think there's enough buyers at this point that came in and the seller's gone, and getting under this area that I'm going to draw out, getting under this area will be no more longs for me. And if we're actually getting into this area and holding this area, then there is an opportunity to actually blast off to the high side. So that's what I will be looking for. First breakthrough here, then build the long. Once it builds the long, I want to look for the entry somewhere into this area, not here, nor I want to look for the long here. I want to see enough of a consolidation, almost as much of a range over here. Whatever long that was, however long that range was of consolidation, I want to see almost an equal length of consolidation. But during that, I want to see the stock, kind of tippy-toeing higher and higher, getting ready to break out. In that case, we can look for that move higher. But if we just see something like this, that's not fun either. So this area, this bottom, needs to get respected. If that news catalyst is bullish enough, and if it's not, then I don't think there's a long play for PRGO at all. But I do like what you did on Smith & Wesson, which I don't even know the ticker for. SWI, SBI. SMSI. What the hell is Smith & Wesson's ticker? SWBI. I remember trading these guys. Way, way, way back in the day. That's actually a great pop. I didn't look at the stock when you sent me the screenshots. That's actually a beautiful pop on Smith & Wesson. Nice move. Looking like we still got buyers coming in. It wants to break out again. Looks like it wants to go back into the higher end over here. And then once we actually push into these levels, maybe the seller into this $18.90 or even $19, sorry, gets active a little bit more, and we see what happens when the stock pushes into somewhat of this 22.65 area for that gap close eventually. If it wants to close that gap, there is somewhat of a hidden rule in the market that all gaps eventually do get closed, but we will see with the seller into this $18.90, the same seller who was active since 2020, is if they're still there, and if they are, how active are they going to be on this move up? So it looks like there's about another dollar worth or so room for me on the stock for me to even think about making a trade. But for now, I mean, for those of you who have, you got a beautiful move up here. Sadly, the stock's average volume is 500,000. That's why I don't really trade it. And the daily volume on earnings did go up, I guess, but it's gonna start going back down really quickly. So not something that I actually care too much about. But NVO on its earnings day, I actually remember trading this one. Shout out to you on catching that trade. Yeah, that Ozempic pill is a little crazy. That Ozempic pill is a little wild. Costco is my shit. What do you get at Costco's, bro? Because I will go toe-to-toe on Costco war with you. Costco. Yo, Costco is the shit, my man. Where are those taquitos at? Where are those goddamn taquitos at? I'll show you what my favorite is. Although I haven't had these in a while now. I haven't had these in a while. Why don't I just type in... Yeah! Yeah! These bad boys. Yo, these slap. If you haven't tried these yet, you gotta check them out. These taquitos from Costco. Absolute banger. Shout out to my boys at Costco. They know how to do it. Costco slaps. TraderPrad loves... Stop doing this! I don't do any drugs, guys. Drugs are bad, okay? But I think she was talking about drugs because, you know, we're talking about Ozempic and other drug stocks. I don't have much experience in biotech, and I know it's risky. Thanks for the insight. Yeah, no problem, brother. You know I got you. Ooh. Well, for BA, it's game over, says TH. Yeah, I mean, that's a little crazy. Oh, they actually did react. I did not expect BA to react off that move at all, but they did react a little bit. Boeing crashing to the downside. Big down move over here. Finally acting a little bit, but look, I don't think you want to short Boeing because they will kill you. All jokes aside, they will kill you if they find out that you're an active short seller on this stock. I mean, this stock is insane. That story is insane. Everything about what's going on is insane. Looks like the stock has a little bit of a room into 176.25. I'm actually going to put Boeing on my watch list for tomorrow. Insert below BA, putting Boeing support 176.25, and if we get under 176.25, more game over for this stock tomorrow, so I can't wait to see what happens. Resistance, I'm going to put 185, and above 185, I'm going to watch to see how the stock reacts to today's high into 188.50. So Boeing, we got some couple levels over here. Keep on watch. Boeing actually goes up very high in importance priority tomorrow because of this extended move. For those of you who don't know the catalyst, Boeing assassinated, or sorry, should I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I take it back. He was, well, how did they word it? It was an accidental suicide. He got shot in the head 3 times while he was in his own truck outside of his hotel while he was in the process of testifying to the courts and being a whistleblower for Boeing. He was accidentally shot in the back of the head 3 times in his own car. Accidental suicide. So yeah, Boeing. Sorry, I didn't mean to phrase that wrongly. Boeing CEOs and Boeing chairmans. You guys obviously did not murder this guy. You guys obviously did not call somebody. Yeah, wild stuff over here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, things like this still happen, but clearly, clearly they do. But yeah, we're looking to see how Boeing sets up for a move tomorrow. As for stocks that move tomorrow in pre-market, we have Dollar Tree and we have Williams-Sonoma, both of which are reporting earnings in pre-market. Let me quickly just move these bad boys over a little bit. Whoa, big lights lighting up. We got a $10 super chat. Whoa, wee, wah, wah, wee, wah. $10 super chat from Lucas. Thanks for the insight. NVO is my new big play. Oprah's got an ABC special about the benefits of the weight loss drug from Monday. So watch for a move. Calls are already up 35%. Yeah, I saw your calls up 35%. That's pretty crazy. I will say, like I mentioned not a second ago, like I said, what? Buy the rumor, sell the news. So maybe it's getting bought up into that release, and once that thing gets released, it might start selling off. They did have a really good earnings report, obviously, because of the drug, because of the demand. They also said that the supply is not able to keep up with the demand. All the right words you want to hear if you're invested in them or if you're trading options on them. So NVO, very, very bullish on them overall. I mean, especially if Oprah, who was on the board of Weight Watchers, dropped out of Weight Watchers and is now releasing a documentary about the whole Ozempic pill and all the craziness behind it. You know how many, sorry for this, but fat women in America go ahead and watch Oprah. So they will probably find out about this if they haven't previously found out. They might go get their insurance companies to talk about Ozempic and everything, and then they might bring in more demand for Ozempic, and that just kind of brings the stock higher and higher and higher. So everything is getting primed, honestly, for the stock to look good. And if the stock does not break 130, I think we just are looking for much more upside on this position. Let's see how the stock trades. You know what? I will add it to my watch list. I'll put 130 on the board over here. As long as stock doesn't get under 130, I think the long, especially in the swing term scale, you got infinite upside, because I mean, we don't really know where the stock is going to go to. People much rather just go instead of run around and jog around and whatever, right? So they much rather just do this than actually pick up some weights and shit. So be careful. The stock is much more upside, in my opinion, as to where we could head to, especially when Joe Rogan talks about this drug every other day too, right? So Joe Rogan talks about it. But that's enough about NBO. I am interested to see how the stock sets up for a day trade, if we do get a pullback into 130, or if we break the all-time high again, going into that catalyst that you're talking about, going into that whole Oprah catalyst. Going back to my chat over here. Today is a very chat-based stream, guys, because I don't really have an interesting enough of a watch list to talk about. Our watch list is pretty boring. Same stocks that we always talk about. Most of the stocks either are leveled already and put into prices, and we just have to react to them in pre-market and see during intraday how they move around for us. But I like this. Today's a little bit changed. I'm kind of doing a question and answer stream over here, going through the chat, seeing what the chat's talking about, pulling up the charts over here. So let me zoom back in the chat a little bit. Costco, zooming out helps. Thanks for the feedback on that one, says Dieter. I think Dieter was talking about Costco. I think about stock about Costco. SoFi is cheap. Kathy Wood and other funds bought up shares. SoFi has a plenty of cash until 2029. That's not that long, man. 2029 is not that long. If they're saying they have cash until 2029, isn't that scary? You want to have cash till 3039 in my opinion, for the next 1,000 years. So I'm not really sure if they're saying they have cash till 2029, and especially the fact that they're saying Kathy Wood's buying it, that might not be even more of a reason for the stock to get bought up, because people just love dumping anything that Kathy Wood is buying up. Overall, look, this is the only stock left in my portfolio. Would I like to see the stock going back up 100%? Yes. Do I think it will? No. I don't think it will anytime soon. It's just a struggle period for this position, and we're just gonna have to wait a much longer. It's almost in the I don't care at this point basket, right? I have it in my long-term basket. It's the only stock, like I just mentioned, in my long-term basket, and I'm getting ready to dump it, take that loss, and move on from it. Honestly, I don't care anymore about this position. I made all the money that I wanted to make, and my lights are flashing again. Why are the lights flashing? I have a complaint. It says there's a Christmas giveaway, but it ended. Fix. Why? What the? Also, watch out, Dieter. I'm gonna catch up to you in no time. Watch up, Dieter. What? Catch up to Dieter in what case? Also, what? Where does it say Christmas giveaway? What the hell? Where does it say Christmas giveaway? Oh, does it say in the description? Is that where it says? Okay, yeah, I'll go fix it. Thank you, Ani. I appreciate it. Thank you for educating me, and thank you for the $5. Thank you for the super chats. Today's super chats are banging, boy. Another $2 super chat. Oh, I already read that one. Oops. HPE high today was over $19, and the high after earnings was over $20, which is the father of AI by Nvidia servers, with AI and Nvidia brought from HPE. I thought Dell was number 4 of Nvidia servers or whatever. HPE, let's go take a look at this. HPE does set up for a good trade. I mean, it broke out, pulled back, and now we're looking to see if support can come in over here. That is a pretty good opportunity building in for a day trade, for a swing trade, whatever type of trader you are. You might want to be interested over here. So HPE is looking to see what it wants to do around $18. If it can find buying above 18, I'll even stretch that to $17.50. As long as the stock doesn't get under $17.50, I think there's a good long over here. But if it gets under $17.50, that long kind of dies for me. I'm not interested in the long as much. It came out on the 4th, but a full release will be later this month. Not sure if the $30 price is already baked into the current price or not. For PRGO, says Angry Buddha. Lucas says for PRGO. For PRGO, Angry Buddha says I only scalp biotech while it's running if the setup is there. So there you go, Angry Buddha, kind of relaying my thoughts that biotech is a scary sector. However, NVO is kind of in the high demand, low supply sector. I don't even know if that sector exists, but we're gonna put it in that sector. Create that sector for NVO. It's in the high demand, low supply sector. Okay. I want my super chat back. You didn't even read it. I did read it. Still waiting. I apologize. Okay. I've been a little busy here. Taquitos. Yo, I'm telling you, those taquitos are banging. You're supposed to read super chats. I did read it. What the hell? The focus is on SQUs, but better. What the hell is SQU? But better quality, so you need something they probably have a decent item from. Yeah. What the hell is SQU? Seems like normal. That's what's gonna happen to you for not reading my super chats. Well, the lights flashing. You guys are scaring me over here, man. Gotta get your game up on. Your super chat games are not enough to be read. Oh wait, there's super chat celebrations. I should be getting one soon. Are there? Are there super chat celebrations? Now I'm just confused. I think my chat's all over the place. I hate the way that this thing shows my chat. I mean, look at. Oh, come on, dude. It's everything's just kind of so stupid right here. It just, I hate it. I'm gonna have to start using the YouTube chat. Where is the YouTube chat? Right here. I'll put it on my big TV. I'll pop out the chat actually. Oh, big noggin. I'll pop out the chat. It's much better now. Oh my god, look at this. It's so much better. Okay, so much better. Wait, who super chatted? Yeah, you're reading chat all over the place. It's because this stupid OBS thing is so dumb. It's so stupid. Anyways, how's everyone doing? Now that we have the YouTube chat up in the right spot, we don't have to worry about this nonsense anymore. Hey, we're losing money till 2029. Yeah, basically, that's what they're saying. SoFi is basically saying, hey, we're losing money, but we have enough money to keep us afloat for 2029. What a loser. We made super chat glitch. What's real anymore? How'd you do that? How do you make super chat glitches? Are you guys hacking YouTube data frame right now? How do you... Wait. Fan funding. Let me see all the fan funding. Okay, I read all the super chats. Yeah, we're good. But how do you... How are you hacking this the YouTube chat? You guys are crazy. What is this Hanukkah giveaway? Where do you see that? Oh, it's in the Streamlabs. Oh, that's because you guys were too late for the Hanukkah giveaway, guys. Come on, man. Why don't you guys apply for this Hanukkah giveaway? We gave out, what was it? If I remember correctly, we gave out Xbox Game Pass Live and a Mid-Journey. We gave out a 1 month subscription to Mid-Journey. Ani, you know Mid-Journey. Actually, guys, go check out Ani's Twitter. She posts awesome Twitter content about AI stuff all day, creates these crazy AI posts. I mean, awesome. If you are actually interested in learning more about AI, today's thumbnail, if you haven't seen it yet, today's thumbnail, once again, all my thumbnails are AI generated. Today's thumbnail was Drake's face cropped over or using AI blended with my face, and we got the Anita Max win hat going on top of that, basically talking about how today was a nothing burger day for me, red day slightly, but a nothing burger day for me, basically how I want a big Max win day, Anita Max win. But let me quickly go into my CloudBot, commands, timers, it's in timers, right? Giveaway, ta-da, turned off. Done, guys. Okay, now leave me alone. Leave me alone for being a bad streamer that I am. Okay, it sucks that I have to do everything. I have to stream, I have to record, I have to edit, I have to trade. My life's too hard, man. My life's too hard. I'm joking. All right. Whoa, now Streamlabs spamming all these things. Holy God, my goodness. Is it free for you to produce your thumbnails with AI? Absolutely not. But your super chat today will cover, well, from your super chat, I get about 70% of it because YouTube keeps 30% of it. And then as a Canadian, the government takes another 13% of it. So I basically keep about, from your $10 super chat, technically, I keep about, like 65%, let's say. So $6.50 will go towards my next AI monthly pass. I think that's how much it cost me. I think it cost me $10 on Mid-Journey. Do I pay for anything else? Oh, I do pay for Photoshop per month. So I guess that should be added into the whole AI basket of what I pay for, because I use Photoshop's AI capabilities too. You need a mod. You know the best one right here. You're damn right. Let's turn you into a mod. We do have an awesome mod though. He's just a very busy guy. So we're gonna let him slide. But you do get the mod capabilities because you are a mod in a bunch of stuff. So I know that you can do some good stuff. Lucas, is there a $10 a month and there's a $30? Oh, there's a $30 a month plan. What is a $30? Okay, yeah. What does a $30 a month plan even get you? Does it get you like extra generations, faster generations? What does that even do for you? Well, I mean, I don't have it, but I'll be interested to see what it does. Dollar Tree. While we get an answer from our friend Ani, our latest moderator. Everyone shout out Ani on the promotion over there to the new moderator of the server, of the YouTube channel over here to help us out with everything moderation. If she expects a salary, you guys can tell her where the salaries are. It's the exit stage left. But our unpaid intern over here, Ani, is going to help us out in the chat. In the mean moment, I'm going to quickly put some lines that I might be interested in for this stock. Dollar Tree closed that beautiful gap and now holding that high as possible support. Looking to see how that high behaves on this position. And these are the levels I might be interested on Dollar Tree. The stock reports earnings pre-market along with Williams Sonoma. So let me quickly move some of my indicators over. Someone in the Think With Discord server said, what are these orange and yellow lines on my screens? I basically said magic sauce. I mean, guys, you've been hearing me say what they are this whole time. If you haven't been paying attention, then I don't know what to tell you. And if you haven't been paying attention, clearly what I'm going to say next won't even matter. But if you are paying attention, hit that like, hit that subscribe, let your mom's text message reply to your mom's text message. It says hit that like, hit that subscribe, show some love to your boy TraderPrad. But here are some levels on Williams Sonoma. Is that all-time high on this position? Wow, we were. Before the earnings report even comes out, you're breaking into an all-time high. I kind of like that. Ooh, that's hot. So let's see if the stock can continue breaking the all-time high and keep ripping to the upside, or does it sadly pull back to the south side over here and find some resistances, or find previous resistances to turn into new supports on a couple of these stocks over here off the pre-market action. William Sonoma. Yes, I know, I made mid-journey, says Ani. Okay, calm down over there. Wait, you use Cref for a thumbnail? What the heck is Cref? What the heck is Cref? SoFi made a profit last quarter, which raised the outlook. I mean, Michael, what? By 1 penny? Oh no, they estimated 2 pennies. They estimated was okay. Yeah, they beat it by 2 pennies. Big whopping whoop. I'm only being this bearish because I don't care about SoFi anymore. I don't think half the world does. Honestly. Insert, we do a little hack and give. Where is the Eid giveaway? I mean, I'm not Muslim, but I will say Ramadan Kareem to all my Muslim friends. Everyone who does celebrate Ramadan Kareem, to all my homies. Obviously stay safe, stay healthy. Don't exert yourself during this fasting season that you got going on. I don't know how you guys do it. I can't even not eat food for 2 minutes. So give me all the food, baby. But you guys, I mean, shout out to you. Hopefully you guys are able to do it successfully and are healthy throughout the process. Happy Ramadan to all my Muslim and Middle Eastern friends. Bruh, your turn of giveaways when you should be giving stuff away. You turn off giving aways. Oh, come on. Coming back to the chat over here. Think with Bookmaps in the chat. Everybody say what's up. Think with Bookmap. We got Momos in the house too. It's supposed to be the reverse. What's supposed to be the reverse? Hey, almost made money today on TraderPrad. What'd you make money on? Buddha, what'd you trade today? Hey, they almost made money. Think with Bookmap. I got stuck with responsibilities. I know, right? You got. I mean, you asked for it. Don't blame me now. You asked for it. So you're getting it. $30 a month gets you unlimited generations, faster hours. I generate a lot, so very useful for me. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I don't really generate that much. I do generate a little bit, but it's not as much. Your chat is fucked. I'm just fucked. I can't read chat clearly properly. How do you get the mod pay you? You got this reversed. I don't get the mod to pay me. I just don't know how to read the chat. I'm just struggling. I'm struggling. You know what it is? It's because I didn't smoke weed today. That's why. It's because I didn't smoke weed today. My bong is completely off. My 10-year-old bong water completely turned off. Didn't smoke at all. That was a joke. That was an inside joke between me and Ani. What do you mean I super chat paid you? Yes. Oh, That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm scamming my mods. I'm scamming my own mods. Ooh, big brain. Big brain. Momo, stop calling me out, man. Momo over here making me want to go, like, she's trying to put me to jail. Momo's the cops. Momo's Loki the popo. Almost Loki the Popo. I'm looking at my watch list right now, seeing if I want to chart any stock. If you guys want to chart any stock, let me know. I'm more than happy to pull up a position. I'm just not interested in any of these positions at the moment. These stocks are all, I mean, Oracle looks pretty interesting, don't get me wrong. So we will actually chart Oracle real quick, move over some of my indicators, and we'll actually put some levels for Oracle also. Very interested to see how that 127.50 plays out. In my opinion, that 127.50 is neither support nor resistance. It's an inflection point. It's a level that you want to be interested to see how the stock reacts at this price. Are we finding buyers above it? Are we finding sellers into it? How does the stock react? So at 127.50, pretty high importance tomorrow. Possible day 2 setup. You can look for those anchored VWAP textbook plays from Alpha Trends book, whatever Alpha Trends book is. You might want to go check out that book. So looking to see how this 127.50 area comes into play over here on Oracle. Possible opportunities to take that breakout through there back into the new all-time high of 129.50 is what I'm gonna put in as a resistance for ourselves. And as for support, I don't think we should go all the way back down to 125. I think 127.50 should hold up, but if we do sadly break under 127.50, 124.50, 125 is possibly looking for some supports right back into today's low on Oracle. So watching that area. Next stock, Marvel, continue to go down, but I think I made the right decision today. I'm not looking for a day 3 type of situation. Was expecting an inside day. It did that very much exactly to the point. So I don't think there's any more of a trade over here on Marvel, but if some volume comes in tomorrow, there could be some fireworks with the whole semiconductor industry. Bitcoin got under 70K very slightly, but then bounced right back above 70K. So Bitcoin story, like we keep hearing it every single time, is not stopping. We are not done with this move to the upside yet. So we're watching how Bitcoin can keep on rallying and help stocks like Coinbase, Mara, and everything else. Coinbase, however, I think did get a little bit of a downgrade recently from one of the big banks. So Coinbase over here got flushed, even though Bitcoin, I think was green on the day, if I remember. Bitcoin now should give us a whole different number. I guess Bitcoin was actually red on the day. We're seeing a red candle. So, and that makes sense with Mara. That makes sense with Coinbase and so on. Overall, Mara not getting the love that we thought it would get off of its earnings report, and a big slap to the downside on Mara, IBTO, BITO, GBTC, the direct ETFs, also fun to trade over there for Bitcoin. You might want to take a look at that. And last but not least, our Magnificent Seven, Apple with a good move to the upside, still hanging out over here. Tesla rallied pretty hard to the upside today at one point. Had a monster move on Tesla off those lows. You saw how Nvidia moved to the upside too. So these stocks are waking up again. Wakey, eggs and bakey. I'm not gonna drop the N word, but wakey, eggs and bakey. Over here we got monster moves on all of the stocks, but waiting to see if the all-time high can take out. Let's see if the all-time high can get taken out one more time, and Apple, which is a little bit far from the all-time high, get caught up a little bit. Maybe Apple can make that distance away from being number 3 biggest company in America, which is obviously fighting Nvidia at the moment. Nvidia coming right back into that rally one more time today. So Nvidia dropped. It was only 0.2, yeah, I think it was only 0.2 trillion away from being number 2. But that drop in on Nvidia on Friday, if I remember accurately, yes, the drop on Nvidia on Friday took us all the way back down to 2.1 trillion. Now we're back to 2.3 trillion here on Nvidia. So getting ready to get caught up, and Apple is looking to kind of make that distance a little bit further by moving its own price back up too. So we'll see if Apple can get back to 3 trillion right now. The best company, or I should say not the best, but the biggest company in America right now is is Microsoft at $3 trillion. But we got some stock recommendations for charting in our chat. So let's go quickly scroll up over here. Let me see if I can pull up some of my stocks. We got no reason HLF to drop today. HLF, says our friend Mike Anthony. HLF, what even is this? Herbalife? Come on, dude. Isn't this the pyramid scheme company? Isn't Herbalife the same company that the stock has 100% reason to drop. The stock has 100% reason to go bankrupt. Why are we talking about HLF? What? Okay, going to the next stock over here. No reason for HLF to drop, he says. I don't understand that. Going through a couple other comments, blah 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 blah. Thoughts on Palantir? Everything else was looking at my crypto basket and planning, says Angry Buddha. Yeah, I mean, crypto basket was looking good. Your buy on that Friday night, going into the long week, oh not a long weekend, but going into that weekend, Angry Buddha, was pretty good. So shout out to you on that one, right? Shout out to that. All MLMs are a scam, exactly. So why are we talking about HLF? That was hilarious. There's actually a great story about HLF on Lex Friedman's podcast with Bill Ackman. There you go. That's his name. With Bill Ackman on Lex Friedman's podcast. Go check it out. He talks about the whole Herbalife fiasco and the fight that he had to go with against Carl Icahn, and how he revolutionized Canadian Pacific Railway, how he revolutionized the Wendy's company, and so on. So go check it out. It's an amazing show, podcast episode from Lex Friedman. He interviews Bill Ackman, a legendary investor that I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know. Curse all you want here. Yes, curse all you want. I got no problem. I got no fucking problem, mate. But thoughts on Palantir, says our friend Dider. So let's go take a look at some of the move on Palantir over here. I mean, Palantir did get some sort of what was it? Palantir got Army contract for AI. Now that I remember exactly, but I'm trying to remember Titan AI or something. I'm trying to remember what it was called. The Titan AI. At the end of the day, they're gonna create a new AI for the military that took the stock above this resistance area. We were looking for a bigger move up, but that bigger move up just never came into play. No supports either, and Palantir pulling back right now. In my opinion, you're still looking for this little base right over here into, what is that area? $23. You're still waiting to see how 23 behaves. I don't think Palantir has any reason to go back down over here. So that's where the stops should be. I think you'll see some of the weaker hands have their stops right into that area, and the less weaker hands having their stops into this area. So until this area gets tested, or until this area gets tested, some of the longs that added, notice the words that I said, that added to their position, they might not really be worried about their position until it comes back to this area, at which point, you know, if they started their position here, they don't really care about losing that one lot. They have wins, and they lose one ad. This is how the big traders trade, right? So this moving down over here is when I would be like, okay, this can bring some of the profit taking stops. This brings in more of the okay, we're flat out stops, right? I don't think we're getting down there, but we're going to see some of the profit-taking stops triggering. That brings a little bit of a move down over here, at which point we're waiting to see buyers come in or not. But overall, so far right now, the stock not able to even get below this price point gives us a nice opportunity to keep looking for the longs on any sort of a dips, especially into that earnings anchored VWAP, which is right now at $23.60, $23. I usually like to give it a nice little range from that earnings VWAP, mainly because the earnings VWAP and the data on TradingView is not 100% accurate, especially if you aren't paying for it. If you don't pay for the data on TradingView, you don't get 100% accurate data, and even if you are paying for it, you might miss out on some of the data because they're not giving you all the gateways. You're only paying like $9 for like 3 markets, so you're not getting all the data over there on the charts. That's why anytime I see like anchored VWAPs or VWAPs in general, you want to give it a little bit of a range for the stocks to play out in, and usually that's the same idea for any kind of indicator. It's never a true to the penny marker. It's always a little bit of a range, right? So you want to wait and see what happens as we go into this $23.50 to $23, in my opinion. And if buyers don't show up, then you just stand back and wait for the money to actually show up for us to make some decisions. We got some other stocks in the chat over here. We got Ani asking about Tesla. I mean, Tesla has a little bit of a bear flag, in my opinion, honestly. We actually had a nice little trend up over here on what looked like a negative earnings report. We had a good little trend, especially after breaking the 52-week low. Let me just zoom out again. That's not the 52-week low. Okay. After breaking the little bit of a range bottom over here, it looked like it triggered stops, and then we started getting bought up over here to the north side. But breaking that trend, I think that was the catalyst where Elon was doing drugs or something, or some sort of a catalyst like that came out and we flushed to the downside. Or maybe this was the catalyst for suing Sam Altman, or maybe that the supply chain issues and they had to close out one of the factory. And either way, bunch of negative catalysts all came out at once. We broke that trend that we were on and clearly initiated a new trend. This is a flagpole. This is the flag, and looks like we're kind of flagging to the downside, and we might just see a breakdown over here, just flushing out to the bottom and taking the stock all the way back into 150, maybe even $100. So I mean, I don't really know where the bottoms are. My job is not to predict. I say this all the time in the Think with Bookmap server. My job is not to predict. I don't get paid to predict. I get paid to actually sit there and push the buttons that enter into trades, aka executions. So my job is to execute, and I will only execute when all of my criterias in my playbook and my rule systems are met, and that is going into somewhere over here, and I actually see buying or popping up into the north side of this little bit of a box, which is I think 185 on it. Yeah, right there into 185 or so, 180, 185. If we pop up to the higher end of the box, if selling shows up, I would like to join the selling. So as long as it's within my criteria of my playbook, I will react to stimuli. Yes, thank you. Think with Bookmap to put some words in my mouth there, because I was clearly struggling. Yes, I want to react to the stimuli. I don't want to just sit here and call out and predict, because calling never gets me paid. It's executions that get me paid, baby. Make that money, make that execution. Going to my other chat over here, because I have a chat that's paused. We have Wolf coming in from Jesse. Jesse wants me to take a Wolf Financials. Actually, I always get confused with Wolf Financials. It's not Wolf Financials, is a Twitter channel, Twitter goddamn Twitter account. But the Wolf is Wolf Speed, which is I believe, if I remember correctly, a semiconductor company. Surprisingly enough, some semiconductor company, and I'm saying surprisingly enough because the stock is flush to the downside. Sadly, big move over here. And I don't really remember the stock going down in these areas. I remember playing with the stock in the $100 price, but Wolf giving up the ghost quite a bit. I mean, that earnings report looks positive, but they didn't do anything off that earnings report. In fact, they actually flushed to the downside and created a lower low and are struggling. I'm not really sure that I want to be looking for a trade on this position at all. The trend is clearly to the downside, and until the trend breaks, I don't think you want to even join the party to the upside over here. Looks like we did. I mean, you could draw multiple trend lines, and you can see each time it might have broken the trend, but then it kind of gets slammed right back down. So clearly getting sold. Growth stock possibly. Do they even make money? Let's go check out Finviz real quick what their PE is. Yeah, see, so this is where stuff like PE and forward PE comes into play, Lucas, because this stock, they've been existing for quite some time on the stock market, right? Wolfspeed Semiconductors, they went live during my birth year of 1994/1993. So they've been on the stock market for quite some time, and you're telling me they don't make money this whole time? Or maybe they made money at one point and they don't make money anymore. So either way, not a good look on a company like this. It's a growth company possibly, and they're struggling to even show any sort of a possible growth, and hence you're seeing the position get flushed to the downside. Whereas you saw how PRGO actually has a positive PE expectancy. The forward PE for PRGO was a positive number of 940, even though their PE currently is non-existent. For example, Palantir previously did not have a PE, but now they actually have a PE, and their PE is ridiculously high, expecting that the stock is trading 273 times its earnings. Oh, ridiculously overvalued is what they're saying the stock is at the moment. But if stocks traded purely off of PE, then Nvidia should have... What the fuck? What? How is Nvidia only 77? Get out of here. How is AMD only at 387? What? Weren't these at like 1,000 couple days ago, couple weeks ago? Am I tripping? I thought they were. But the overall, you get the idea. PE for AMD 387, Nvidia 77, right? So if stocks traded solely off of PE and solely off of financials, they would have not being honestly moved, because people know how to read financials, people know how to read PEs and all that stuff way better than 90% of the world, and the stocks would be way more efficient. But because those things don't matter, people just come in and just punch keys and let their emotions dictate for them. That's what happens. Terra Wolf Miner, wait, they're a mining company? I thought they're a semiconductor company. Yeah, radio frequencies, materials. No, they're not a mining company. They're a semiconductor frequencies, whatever. Yeah. Let's see a couple other chats. I want to see what any other stocks. No, don't really see any stocks. We see a couple messages over here back and forth from our friends Angry Buddha and Ani. I'm glad to see you guys are getting along together. I am still waiting for Tesla to grab some buying around 165 to 156, says Angry Buddha. I do like that idea. That's not a good idea, buddy. I do like that. That was a good interview. It was a good interview. X account. What is a Twitter? All right. Somebody remove Ani as a moderator and ban her from this chat, actually. Angry Buddha, be careful. You don't want your comment to be erased by Ani. No, she's not a lame moderator. She's a good moderator, at least from what I've seen. But we'll have to be the judge of that, huh, Ani? We'll have to be the judge of that. Terra Wolf is a BTC miner. Check it. Sorry, Terra Wolf. What is that, a company name? Is this the one? WULF? I thought you said WOLF. Okay, yeah, you did say WOLF. I looked at that, but I'm guessing you want to talk about WULF. Okay, yeah, you want me to talk about WULF. Okay, yeah, TerraWolf, Bitcoin mining company, WULF. Okay, it's a different company. Sounds like a furry company. Yeah, I mean, no comment on furries. I'm not a furry myself, but you don't want to pick a fight with those people for sure. They will come after you. So I don't want no fight. I don't want no beef. We're going to move on. We're going to talk about this company. Honestly, there's nothing really to talk about. You can see how the biggest cryptocurrency companies in the world, such as Mara, Riot, Coinbase, are getting treated with the whole Bitcoin rally. Even Hut 8, if I remember correctly, was another mining corporation. So if these are not getting treated properly, I'm not sure how much will other companies in the same realm of the basket, right? You want to see the leaders actually getting bought along with the cryptocurrencies, but the leaders are not behaving that way. You can actually do a fun little trick over here. Let me do Wolf plus Hut plus Riot plus Mara plus what's another one? It was Riot, Mara. I don't want to do Coinbase because it's not like a crypto mining company. There was another one. Riot, Mara, HUD 8. Forgetting which one. I heard Prad is picking a fight with me. Yes, I'm picking a fight with you, Momo. For always making me talk about bullshit companies like mRNA and Pfizer. However, mRNA had a monster run up yesterday. That was a monster move. Anyways, we'll just use these four companies right now. You can do, plus, 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 whatever. Make your own little ETF and then throw on the BTC USD. Look at the divergence from the four companies added together along with Bitcoin. That's a completely different direction from where Bitcoin is going into. For a long, long, long period of time, these stocks actually tracked Bitcoin, right? They actually tracked Bitcoin because they were the only instruments that people could trade that they could have used to invest into cryptocurrencies without actually investing in cryptocurrencies. So that's why they caught a lot of traction and a lot of hype back in the day. That hype has gone down ever since Bitcoin futures, Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum futures exist on the market. A way to directly now invest in cryptocurrencies through big banks. Your money is a little bit more safer than investing in a random no-name company like HUD 8 just because they tell you that they have mining capabilities, right? So ever since that has come out, you're not really watching this whole sector catch that much of attraction behind it. The biggest example, honestly, was Mara getting destroyed after what was a good earnings report. Amazing earnings report from what we thought it was. Their guidance was decent, but they even said they're going to generate more coins, bring in more power. Everything looked good, but this is the report to the downside or the move to the downside. And if this is the leader of the cryptocurrency mining companies, then I want to be a little bit weary. I want to be a little careful when I want to be trading not the top, not even the second, but somewhere way back in the line, no name company, right? So be a little careful when it comes to WLF. That's what I will say. Also, crypto, Bitcoin halving is coming up soon, so we'll see how that one helps these mining companies, and also we'll see how that helps cryptocurrencies in general. So a lot of craziness is coming in with cryptocurrencies without a doubt. Sounds like a furry company. Already read that. Dumb spell check. Sure, Prad, we believe ya. Shut up. I'm not into furries, okay? Can you see my furry hat in the back? Okay, good. You can. It's hidden. Okay, good, 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 good. Miners will fall this cycle because of not being able to compete with new hash rates. So only a few will come out on top. Winners will take the most, says Angry Buddha. So winners most likely the ones with the biggest hash rates, the one with the biggest processing power, all of the ones with the biggest, deepest pockets will come out victorious, most likely Mara and so on, right? Makes more sense. Oh, didn't know that tricks in TradingView. Yeah, TradingView is pretty cool if you want to do stuff like that, right? Pretty damn cool. You can create your own little ETF, and you can also add weightages to each stock. Like as AMD, I want AMD to be weighed 2 times more than I want Intel to be weighed. So if you do that, the chart will pop up putting AMD's weight twice as more than Intel on this chart. The same way if you do AMD plus Intel times 2, you'll see the chart look a little bit different. Not really that much different, but you get the overall idea. You can even add weightages for those positions that you want to create a little ETF for, but that little cheat only helps, honestly, when you're trading stocks that are in a basket of stocks that don't really have a big ETF to trade off of, or doesn't really have an ETF that does a lot of volume. So that little trick works. Then for stocks like semiconductor stocks, go pull up SMH, SOXX, SOXL, and just trade them, or watch how these are moving. And then you can kind of track them with your own positions when you're trading NVIDIA or AMD or whatever, right? But it's a pretty good way to create your own basket of stocks and look at it. Yeah, 100%. That's nice for personal basket. Indeed. You can take a look at your own personal basket of stocks and see how your equity curves are looking and not looking and so on. Like trading pairs, indeed. Yeah, very very good good call over there. Or yeah, exactly. What do you think about Pat earnings tomorrow? I mean, that one's after hours. I don't really have any opinion on stocks I report after hours, mainly because I don't like the whole YOLO idea. A couple other stocks along with Pat, we have Lennar. It's a home building company. You also have Sentinel One, which is a stock that I do remember trading quite a bit during earnings season. It pops up, gives you a monster range to trade off of. You can see how I have some levels already from not that's not too long ago. What the hell? Did I actually trade the stock on the 5th of March? Surprisingly enough, I think I may have. But the holding pretty damn well right now on the previous earnings anchored VWAP, bouncing off the previous earnings VWAP multiple times as we are getting ready for a Sentinel One's earnings report coming out tomorrow. Once again, I don't really have any expectations. I like to wait for the report to come out and then play off the report. No, I'm not a YOLO trader. I much rather react to actually how the report is playing out and then see what type of trades come out to play. And if there are any actual actionable levels, then I'll play off of it. So if you want my outlook on Pat, show up tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I'm pretty sure Pat will be the #1 stock on the watch list tomorrow. And we will for sure have a lot of fun talking about Pat, Sentinel, Lennar. Don't care about any of these stocks. Dollar General, Dick's Sporting Goods, Build-A-Bear. We don't care about Build-A-Bear. Too low of a volume to talk about Build-A-Bear, but we'll see how Build-A-Bear sets up. And Thursday after hours, we have Adobe, Dieter, our love, Adobe, Photoshop, all that fun stuff. Ulta Beauty, also a pretty big company. PagerDuty has given some pretty good setups to trade also, so we can set up for all of these stocks over here going into Wednesday afternoon. So show up on Wednesday afternoon, 8 o'clock. We'll have a lot of fun with it. But in regards to tomorrow's watch list, honestly, not many positions over here that I'm interested about. Maybe Dollar Tree and Williams Sonoma sets up for something in pre-market. Bitcoin, if Bitcoin can wake up and do some nasty moves in pre-market, we can see what happens over there. The semiconductor sector always in play, clearly. Very, very in play. So most likely just watching how the semiconductor sector moves around for us. And then last but not least, we do have Boeing and Oracle on the watch list. And that is the wrap for the watch list tomorrow. Let's go see if the economic calendar is hot. And I'll tell you right away, it's not. The only thing happening on the economic calendar tomorrow is the bond number. Today we had the 10-year bond number at 1 o'clock. Tomorrow we have the 30-year bond number at 1 o'clock. So watch out to see how the market moves around that time period. Besides that, there's actually nothing going around. We do have the crude oil inventories at 10:30. Wednesday crude oil, Thursday natural gas every time at 10:30. So if you are a crude oil trader, you might want to be interested to see what happens around 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's New York time, 30-year bond auction comes out and the market might make a little bit of a action, some hype action coming in off that, so be careful. What do you think about copper, metals, or futures? Holy shit, bro, what do you think I am? Do I look like I trade coppers and metals? No, man. I have no clue about that. I try to stay away from the futures markets. Honestly, I look at the QQQ futures, especially on your stream, right? I go in every single day, pull up my YouTube on my second computer to the left side. That's right. I got 3 computers. Second computer to my left side over here. Pull it up. I pull up your streams. I hit the like button. As you can see, the like button's already hit. Then I open up the full screen. Nasdaq's ready. Then I pull up the second screen. pull up the S&P 500, that's ready, and I do nothing with it. I just sit there and watch these bubbles show up on my face. Ooh, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Oh, by the way, since you're in my stream right now, let me ask you a question, because I was wondering what these things are. Is this the rate of selling into the ask, and then when it goes here, that's the rate of selling into the bid, and then I'm guessing this is the overall book, the amount of sellers on the book compared to the amount of buyers on the book? Is that right? Whoa, whole 4.3.5%. Isn't there a copper ETF? Tons of gold ETFs also. Yeah, gold ETFs, GLD. Well, I think GLD might actually be a ticker, but if you go to GLD on Amex, I think that might be a position or ETF. Yeah, GLD is actually an ETF, but gold is a stock. Sorry, gold on the Toronto Stock Exchange is Barrick Gold. And it's also on the New York Stock Exchange. Yeah, on the New York Stock Exchange and on the Toronto Stock Exchange. The ticker gold is actually a company, but GLD is the gold ETF for those interested. Also at a new all-time high, if I remember accurately. Yep, also at a new all-time high gold, with Bitcoin rallying to the upside. But let's go see what Bitcoin is coming, or sorry, think with Bookmap is helping us over here with some of these things. He is saying that VPI is volume pressure. Is this VPI? Okay, VPI is volume pressure. So yeah, the amount of volume going into the bid or the ask. If it's going red, I'm guessing that means this volume pressure is going into the bid, and if it's green, I'm guessing that's because the volume pressure is going into the sellers, so it's going higher and higher. Okay, PC is the price change amount. Okay, yeah, this is the PC, so price change amount. Okay, I knew this one. So this is just volume pressure. Volume pressure I is imbalance. Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking it was doing. Okay, okay. You see, this is what I'm trying to code for my platform. I wanna track the stock market, not the stock market, sorry, for the stock that I'm trading. Right? So I'm trying to write an API call that listens to the time of sales and aggregates the amount of buyers going into the bid, going into the ask, and I'm able to determine how much of the buying pressure is imbalancing itself, right? Are we watching more pressure into the ask? Are we watching more pressure into sell? And that's what I think this was doing over here. So that was fun watching this, and that gave me an idea to make that into a code. So yeah, I love watching your streams, man. But when it comes to trading futures, I don't trade futures at all. Maybe somewhere down the road, eventually, when I'm no longer trading with like any prop firm and I'm trading for myself or something, then maybe I will get to that point. But I'm not there yet. I'm still at my infancy in my trading journey, and I think I got a long way to go in this business. So once we do get there, we will have a lot of fun with futures and copper metals and all that fun stuff. But for now, we just look at future ETFs, or sorry, future think with bookmap streams, and we trade the ETFs directly, such as QQQ and S&P 500, or the stocks within those ETFs. All right, TraderPrad, if there was only someone in the chat who can help you with that. BTC market cap just took silver's market cap the other day. Ooh, I think you told me that. Didn't you? Isn't there a copper ETF? We already read that. That's right. If there was only someone in the chat who can help me with that, with coding, well, ChatGPT. ChatGPT got me. But no, if I need your help, I'll hit you up. Thank you for that, Angry Buddha. I appreciate that. Much appreciated. I mean, ChatGPT has honestly been busting its ass for me for the past few days. It's been pretty good. I actually finished a couple codes over here. This one uses Yahoo Finance to kind of track a bunch of stocks for me. I also am now creating, like I just mentioned, a UDP listener and a whole system to listen to my company's trading platform, listen to the API calls in and out through it, and then be able to actually execute trades from it. So I'll wait and see. If I do get stuck, I will hit you up without a doubt. But I do have a video over here to watch here today to finish off our stream, ladies and gentlemen. We'll watch this one little video, call it a night, and see if we learned something new today. Start with, I actually have two videos. Which one do you guys want to watch together? We have a 13-minute and we have another 13-minute. The first one is best reversal trading strategy SMC divergence. Not sure what the hell that is. But we will check this video out if you guys are interested in the reversal trading strategy, or you guys want to watch something about the sell side and buy side liquidity being simplified. What are you guys interested in? Let's go. Movie time, says Think with Bookmap. Yes, movie time. For me personally, I'm interested in reversal trading strategies because I'm more, look for the reversal trades type of guy. But, learning about liquidity and understanding liquidity doesn't hurt too. And it looks like Think with Bookmap actually made the decision for us. We're going to watch sell side and buy side liquidity simplified. So we'll watch this one. The Rev one was my first choice. The reversal one was your first choice. Now you're just lying to me, my friend. Now you're just lying to me. Angry Buddha said the liquidity one sounds interesting also. So we'll watch this bad boy. Let's go watch what these guys have to talk about liquidity. Previously, we did watch a video from these guys. It was about, if I remember correctly, fair value gaps, and we hated that video quite a bit. But I will tell you guys one thing, that I've been using fair value gaps quite a bit, not actually using it to make a trade, but I have it turned on, and I've been watching, understanding the idea behind it, and most of the time when they actually do end up helping me in a trade is also when they intersect with maybe one of my other indicators and one of my longer term trend lines and so on. So I did find fair value gaps a little interesting, even though I was hating on the idea the whole time. I will give you guys a disclaimer. So maybe we learned something new over here, and if it's not like a whole indicator, or if it's not like a whole trading plan, even understanding theory a little bit better just helps us grow 1% better, and that's the goal, ladies and gentlemen. So let's watch this video together. Let me bump some of that volume up for you guys, but I have to turn it down on my headphones or I'll go deaf.
Welcome to another episode of Smart Risk. Today we're diving deep into a critical skill every trader needs: the ability to identify buy-side and sell-side liquidity in the market. Liquidity zones are a hidden weapon institutional players use to manipulate market sentiment. One of the primary reasons many traders face losses is their failure to identify and understand the liquidity zones properly. So in this advanced episode, we will explain the psychology behind these areas, candlestick patterns and price actions associated with them that you might encounter in the market. We will help you to understand how they work, and most importantly, equip you with the knowledge to protect of a high with lower highs.
I didn't mean to do that.
Liquidity zones are a hidden weapon institutional
I was going to turn
players
on
use
captions
to
for you
manipulate market
guys.
sentiment. One of the primary reasons many traders face losses is their failure to identify and understand the liquidity zones properly. So in this advanced episode, we will explain the psychology behind these areas, candlestick patterns and price actions associated with them that you might encounter in the market. We will help you to understand how they work, and most importantly, equip you with the knowledge to protect yourself from potential losses. So traders, if that's something you're interested in, please give this video
They make
a thumbs
this
up
music
to show
so
your
hyped
support,
up, dude.
and
Holy
subscribe
shit.
to our channel if you are new. See you after intro. Welcome back, traders. So, let's get started.
I'm so hyped up for the
sell-side and
music,
buy-side
dude.
liquidity
I don't even care
play
about the
crucial
video
roles in the
anymore.
market's dynamics. Price is most likely to move toward these zones in the market.
Okay.
Market always moves between sell-side and buy-side liquidity. Imagine it like a continuous circle where price moves either from sell-side to buy-side liquidity or from buy-side to sell-side liquidity. We can use these zones as a roadmap in our chart analysis and use them to our advantage to get one step ahead of the market and have more clarity on trades. Now let's have a quick breakdown of each one and see what is the psychology behind them. Imagine price entering into the accumulation phase as illustrated. So here, price has created equal highs and qual lows before starting the markup or markdown phase. If we look at this accumulation here, we see that we have a support at the bottom and also a resistance level at the top of the structure.
Okay.
It's obvious that retail traders are looking to buy when price reaches the support level, and they also put their stop loss below the
Who
support.
you calling retail, bro?
Hence, we have a great liquidity pool underneath the support level, belonging to the stop loss of the buyers waiting to be triggered by the market.
Right.
Also, it includes the sell stop of the retail traders who are looking to sell if price breaks through the support level to the downside, as they believe that if price breaks the support level, then it will start the markdown phase. In the same scenario,
The
on the
breakout
buy side,
traders.
when we encounter a resistance level at the top of the equal highs, we understand that many retail traders are looking
The stops
to sell
are gonna
if the
get
price
break
reaches
in,
this resistance level,
and then
setting their stop loss above it.
breakout traders are gonna
Additionally,
join.
we anticipate buy stop orders placed by retail traders in case the price breaks through the resistance level, with the expectation that the price will continue to rise after the bullish breakout. These series of actions create a well-defined liquidity pool, comprised of various types of orders awaiting to be swept by the market, both above and below the equal highs and equal lows. So here we have the buy-sell liquidity located at the top of the accumulation phase,
Okay.
and also sell-side liquidity, which is located at the bottom of the structure. Essentially, they represent the same concept, but they point in opposite directions. Buy-side liquidity represents a level on the chart where buyers will place their buy stop, and short sellers will have their stops positioned. And it is going to be on the buy side of the chart. And the sell-side liquidity is just the opposite. It represents a level on the chart where long biased traders will place their stops and short sellers will have their sell stop orders positioned. And it is going to be on the sell side of the chart. Now let's see how the market reacts when it reaches the buy and sell side liquidity.
Yeah, I feel like he's just
Let's say
saying the
price is
basic
moving
shit so
towards equal
far.
highs, and retail
Waiting for
traders
the
are selling
juice.
as the price reaches the resistance level, placing their stop losses above it. Now, if the price pushes upward and breaks
Is this
through the
like trading
resistance
for
level,
dummies? Because
it
I
not
feel
only
like a
triggers
dummy
the
listening
stop
to
losses
this.
of retail traders who entered short positions, but also generates massive buying pressure as these short positions are recovered. Additionally, it activates the buy stops of retail traders who are looking to enter long positions after the breakout. These actions result in a surge of buying pressure
Yeah, I
and
said
create
that already,
inefficiencies
bro.
at the top of the structure, which may further excite traders to open long positions upon witnessing such a great increase in buying pressure in the market. Now, let's take a look at how the market operates. But before we continue, if you're curious about how we stay updated on financial news and fundamental analysis, well, we rely on Fastbull, one of the best trading websites with various useful trading tools. This site provides
Guy didn't even warn us about the ad, just blasted us with the ad, bro. Come on, that's
every day
rude.
before starting our technical analysis. 24/7 economic lifestyle analysis significantly improved. Each time a buy position is executed in the market, there must be someone on the other side willing to sell to fulfill the corresponding buy order, and vice versa. Now, let's imagine that large financial institutions are interested in purchasing a currency pair with a large number of orders. To do this, they require a significant number of sellers and corresponding sell orders in the market. This is essential because, without available sellers in the market, no transactions can take place. Therefore, smart money needs to trigger the stop loss and buy stop orders that are already present in the market to execute their buy positions in the market. If the smart money intends to execute a large sell order, it requires buyers to participate in the market. This is because there isn't enough liquidity in the market for them to simply take the sell positions, and there may not be enough buyers to fulfill all of the sell orders placed by the smart money. In such situations, it is often speculated that smart money may manipulate the market, creating scenarios that deceive traders into believing they have a clear
10 hack
understanding of price
conversations,
action.
but that's
This
a 10 hack
situation can
conversation
create
that
an
I
illusion
subscribe
among
to.
retail traders, making them believe that they are trading on the right side of the market. However, contrary to their expectations, the market moves in the direction of their stop-loss levels, and after triggering these stops, it resumes its normal trends.
Facts.
Let's consider that smart money aims to execute a large sell order. As the price attempts to move upward towards the buy-side liquidity, it breaks through the resistance level, triggering the stop losses of retail traders who had opened short positions when the price reached the resistance. Simultaneously, it activates the buy stops of traders who execute buy orders as the price fails to respect the resistance level. Consequently, this series of actions generates a significant influx of buying orders in the market, presenting a great opportunity for smart money to execute their sell orders as they have artificially induced numerous buy orders into the market. By initiating numerous sell orders, the smart money causes the price to enter the markdown phase and push downward. This scenario illustrates how smart money capitalizes on buy-side liquidity and provides a brief explanation of its impact on price movement. Similar concepts can be applied to sell-side liquidity. Now,
I think we
let's
just
proceed
watched
to
the
the next
basic
topic
dummy
and see how to
101 video,
identify
guys.
sell-side and buy-side liquidity in terms of candlestick patterns and the various
I
scenarios
thought this
that
would
we
teach
might
us something
encounter on the
new.
chart. We have fully discussed the equal highs and equal lows as the buy-side and sell-side liquidity.
Okay.
Now, we are going to focus on the swing points as the potential buy-side and sell-side liquidity areas from the candlestick perspective.
Okay.
A candlestick swing low occurs within the three-candle sequence and refers to the lowest low point.
Alright, this is
situated
something
between
new.
two
Let's see
higher
what
low
this
points in the
garbage is
adjacent
about.
candles. So here in this three-candle sequence, we have a low point with a higher low to its immediate left, and another higher low to its immediate right that makes this point as the proper swing low. Similarly, candlestick swing high occurs within the three-candle sequence and represents the highest high point, situated between two lower high points in the adjacent candles. So what is the theory behind identifying these areas? If someone executes long positions in this area, they are likely to place their stop loss at the recent swing low. Similarly, if they open a short position from this area, they are likely to place their stop loss at the recent swing high.
Yeah, okay.
With this understanding, we refer to the resting sell stop orders located below the swing low as the sell side liquidity.
Oh, I get what he's saying. That's pretty
we call
neat.
the resting buy stop orders accumulated above the swing.
Yeah, so basically if like let's say the stock was going down and you saw a big buyer come in, his stops generally if he's an intraday day trader, his stops, her stops, its stops, the AI stops, you know, assigning no gender to the trader, their stops will be somewhere below this candle, especially if they're watching videos like SMB Capital. You know, their stops are 2 pennies under that candle low, the swing candle low. So all this market maker needs to do to generate that extra liquidity that he wants to buy up is push the stock a little bit lower until that stop triggers. That stop triggers, he punches out of his long. His long creates a selling action that now creates a bunch of new liquidity for the market maker or whoever it is to soak up at a better price than having to punch higher and higher and higher to soak up that liquidity, which he's going to do so anyways, however. But let's just fuck this guy over first before we do so. That's the retail mentality, but generally that's not how it works. It's more in regards to a market maker's job is to provide liquidity in an even fashion to the market, at the same time also hunt for liquidity where the most liquidity is, because they need to take a lot of size. If they're taking inventory, they usually need to take a lot of inventory, and if they find levels of liquidity, levels of pocket, they will go look for liquidity in those areas and see if liquidity is found. If it's not, then they'll say screw it, we're just gonna initiate the buying process anyways. We triggered some stops, there wasn't enough liquidity, we're gonna have to punch and punch hard. And that's where you see when those stocks break and make that big move, it's because the break happens, or they created that break, they triggered the stops, and now they're buying it all crazily. Or generally that big thing also happens because the stops got triggered from a big buyer, and now they really got their liquidity, and it starts slowly trickling back up because they got the liquidity they were looking for, and now it just more buyers in control than the sellers in control, and they're starting to go back up. So you're watching that type of liquidity pools. So why am I bringing this up? That gives you an opportunity to look for that short. If you identify something like this on a chart where you know, it's at the high a day or it's at the low a day, right? And this usually gives you an opportunity to get long or an opportunity to get short. That's fine. But if it does go back through that low a day or through that high a day again, a possible opportunity to actually look for that long or look for that short, because the seller who was active, their stop should be here. Their stop should get blown out once we start taking out the new high, and we should start trickling a whole new position higher. Same thing, vice versa to the long side. So that actually is actually a useful thing to learn over here. Not that I didn't know before, but this puts it whole into a better visual perspective, and hopefully me kind of calming it out to you, calming it out to you, is helping you understand that too. So this is actually pretty good.
High as the buy-side liquidity. It's crucial to identify these zones in our market structure mapping, because smart money is always looking to push the price below or above these areas to provide opportunities to activate their pending.
That's tin hat conversations, bro.
Understanding these dynamics can help traders anticipate potential price movements and make informed trading decisions.
Yeah.
Now let's proceed to the real chart and see more examples. But before continue, you're an experienced trader looking forward to getting funded.
Yeah, how many ads does this guy have?
Funded Next. Funded Next is one of the top-rated prop
firms.
Jeez,
buddy.
If you're seeking % discount,
leave some ad placements for me, my guy. Guys, go check out all my affiliate sponsors down below in the description. Trade Ideas, TraderSync, and Benzinga.
Here we have Euro-Dollar 4-hour time frame on the screen. Now, we are going to identify the swing points as the potential buy-side and sell-side liquidity areas on the chart. Let's start by identifying the most recent swing points within this bullish rally wave. Can you point out where these swing points are located on the chart? We have a high at the extreme with a lower high on each side of it. So this high
I thought it was this one, but okay. Oh, that was good.
Similarly, we have a low point with a higher low to its immediate left, and another higher.
Hey, I did get it right.
Right. This low represents a swing low, so we have the sell side liquidity. If we look precisely, we can see that price already has created another swing point here, as we have a low with a higher low to its left, and another higher low to its right, so we have another swing low, which would be considered sell side liquidity. In the following, we see that price takes out the most recent sell side liquidity. As the recent sell side liquidity is swept, it now moves to this swing low, because here we have a low with a higher low on each side of it. Similarly, price swept the buy side liquidity above the swing high, and now we have a high with a lower high on both sides of it. This represents another buy side liquidity over there. Let's move forward. Here again we have another swing low that has been swept by the price.
Okay, dude, you're not doing this.
The buy side liquidity near the previous one. The creation of buy side liquidity close to another buy side liquidity makes the old one more essential to consider. Again, we see another liquidity sweep right here.
Bro, you're not doing this like on every little sell side liquidity and every little buy side liquidity. No, you're not doing this.
Now let's continue.
This is whack.
We see that price has entered.
This is whack. Okay, I would urge you guys to just not do anything in the middle of the ranges. This is absolutely whack. None of this information matters. The only information for me, honestly, is this buy side liquidity and this sell side liquidity. Extreme edges, like I said, the high a day or the low a day, right? We clearly saw the stock flushed off the open. This is not even a stock, probably. This is like a currency pair or something, honestly. But anyways, understand, yeah, it's a currency pair, exactly. Euro, USD, dollar. I was perfect on that. Currency pairing. However, think about it as a stock. Flushes off the open. gets a little bit of a buyer. This buyer could even be just profit taking, right? A little bit of a profit taking coming in from the short seller, from the shorts, and maybe some new buyers coming in and saying, you know what, that selling is enough. We're not going any more lower. So some buyers come in. These buyers stop are right down over here. That is the new sell side liquidity that you're looking to join. Once we take out that low, whoever punched long over here, that idiot is going to have a stop and create that bigger extension when their longs are going to get punched out. And whoever is not punched in already for the short off of the original candle, they're going to have a stop sell limit entry at the break of that candle. And that's going to bring in a little bit more oomph, a little bit more juice, a little bit more hype to get into the trade. So that one matters. This one matters. You making a decision on all of this. Oh, buy side liquidity. I'm gonna punch long, get burnt. Oh, sell side liquidity. I'm gonna punch short, get burned. This is why you don't trade in the middle of the ranges. The middle of the ranges are for market makers and algorithms to do their job, which is to provide liquidity to the markets in an orderly function manner. Your job is not to provide liquidity to the markets. Your job is to make money by providing a good trade to yourself. And do yourself a favor, look at the edges, not in the middle of the goddamn ranges, please.
Into a great selling momentum and pushed to the downside, and eventually swept the recent.
This one over here, 100%. This one as a market structure, this like this whole area is important to me because of that candle right there and this candle right here. What this shows me is we tried to go into the opening range 5-minute low. Let's say this is the opening range 5-minute. We pushed into the opening range 5-minute low, rejected. We found a buyer, broke that previous high, but still not able to take out the original seller high over here. Still not stopped out on my trade if I was short on this area, because I would be short on the break of that move. My stop would be at the high of that area. I would still not get stopped out. We still got a seller in this area being active, and they are not letting it take out their own stops, right? They're pushing it, they're bulling it down. This candle shows you that a lot of buyers came in, but the selling pressure was too much stronger. The selling pressure was way stronger than the buying pressure, and they flushed it right back into this candle body and just completely took over the buying. Actually, the buying probably evaporated and no more buyers came in because they saw a triple top. They saw the fight being met with enough selling and it flushed down. Understanding the market structure here instead of having to do these little internal mid-ranges selection, you know, that's a decision maker. That's a decision maker. That's why once it breaks that low right there, you got another decision point where you can start making a new short entry or whatever.
If we look closely here, we can detect another swing high right here. As you can see, we have a high with lower highs on its left and right sides. So here we have another buy-side liquidity that needs to be considered. In the following, we see that price pushed lower and also swept the sell-side liquidity resting over here. And also it is obvious that price forms another swing low, which means we have a newly generated sell-side liquidity beneath the recent swing low. Now let's move forward. Here again we can detect another swing high, as we have a high with a lower high on each side of it. So here we have the buy-side liquidity resting above the swing high. In the following, we see that price pushes to the downside to reach.
These are 4-hour candles, eh? Down.
As you can see,
oh yeah, I see that now.
Sell-side liquidity with the wick of this white candle. Then price experienced a bullish pullback toward the buy-side liquidity, and also created another buy-side liquidity with this swing high. Now let's continue. As you can see, price pushed to the downside and has taken out the sell-side liquidity with this red momentum candle. That's it, traders. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it
That's such a weird end to the video. Now let's continue. That's it, traders. That's such a weird end to the video. I think these guys are using AI generated content because the voice, the tonality, it doesn't sound human like. It sounds very robotic. It sounds very AI generated. But shout out to them for making this content. Honestly, that content looked very, very basic. It looked as an intro to beginners. It had a little bit of a higher frame concept at the end of the video, talking about all that other cool stuff, such as reading into the candle, the how to actually see it live in a candle and so on. But besides that, I don't really find anything too big of information over here. Maybe we'll save the other video that we wanted to watch about reversals. I'm actually finishing up my charting over here, so that way I can go straight to bed without having to spend more time charting tonight. That's a lie. I'm gonna go play some Power World before I finish my charting. But yes, this was my last stock that I needed to finish my charting on. Now I can basically call it a night and head over to bed. But yeah, as I was saying, we can save this video over here on reversal trading strategy tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for that one, and all things other stonk market. Like I mentioned already, all my fun stuff like my social media and all the other Patreon, Cameo, Instagram, all those links in the description below. Please go check them out if you want to support me. At the same time, also my affiliate sponsors who support me very much during my trading career, companies and softwares like Trade Ideas, TraderSync, and Benzinga. Huge shout outs to all of them. Big shout out to our friends over at Think with Bookmap. They hook us up with tons of resources recently. They've been helping this channel grow, so go check them out. Hit that like and subscribe. Actually, we will be porting this channel over at the end of the stream over to the Think with Bookmap family, so make sure you go hit that like and subscribe on their stream too, and also on this stream. And last things last, have a great night. Have a great night. Have an even better market session tomorrow. I will see you guys at 8 o'clock, same time, same place. You know what to do. Take care. Adios, gentlemen. Good night. Peace.